Thanks to the EA Creator Network for providing me codes for these 3 kits. My opinions are my own. Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and the more I think about it, the wilder it gets. The fact that we're only about halfway through 2025, and we've already had 10 kits. That's right, 10. And as per tradition on my channel, I review each and every one as I'm provided the codes by EA. But there are 3 kits, the first 3 kits actually, for the entire year that I did not get to review initially because I was on vacation in Sri Lanka at the time. However, I still want to do a review on these, even though interest in this would have passed a long time ago. I doubt this video will get more than 300 or 400 views, but that doesn't matter to me because I want to do this for the sake of completeness. And I know like it'll continue to be just a bother in the back of my head, like, oh, I never got around to doing this. So I thought of a compromise. We can go through all these kits, but in a more condensed format than what I typically do. It's not going to be me going through every single swatch and all that sort of detail that I normally do, but it's going to be highlights of things I like and things I don't like about all 3 kits. All right, with that talk out of the way, let's get to our first kit. Comfy Gamer Kit. You know what? This is one of my favorite kits that we got so far. No, it's not because I'm a gamer myself or because I like Lil Simsy's content and what she does for the community. Like raising $1 million for St. Jude, that's amazing. But I think this content is actually pretty cool. I like this pegboard that seamlessly tiles as you put more across the wall. It's great for office spaces in general, not only for gaming rooms. The shelves are a bit of a different story though. I like the style of them, but it's really hard to tile those together. I mean, sure, you can hold down the Alt key, but it is more difficult to line them up without some like visual flickering that I often see when people use move objects in their builds. Like, yeah, see right there with the longer shelves, that happens even though those I can put together. So then I still feel like I need to use the Alt key to evenly space them out so that flickering does not happen. One thing that's pretty apparent when you look through all the objects in this kit is that there are some that have nods to previous games. And as a longtime simmer, I especially appreciate that. And it makes sense considering the 25th anniversary of the Sims franchise is this year. They even reference The Sims Medieval and My Sims, not just the mainline stuff. Here's a fun bit of trivia. A base game update earlier this year made it possible to have functional alarm clocks finally. But this kit was actually the first way we could get an alarm clock because the Blast from the Past event, which came with a more classic style alarm clock, did not start until February. Pancake proof chair. There's some other cool stuff too, like a functional camera, a computer tower that's decorative, a decorative video game controller, an office chair, a hanging cow plant that's really cute. There's a decorative keyboard, and to bring it all together, a dual monitor computer. We don't have many of those in the game, so really appreciate that. Overall, I think there is quite a bit to like here. It's still extremely difficult for me to recommend any kit for $5 US. If they were a couple dollars less, then I could recommend them much more easily. But I think this is one of the better kits that you can get for your money. Shh! Secret Sanctuary Kit. Well, Harrison Wells. Now that's a plot twist. We got a kit that can do both. Create a sim and build by instead of one or the other. Surprisingly, to this day, this and the other kit that I'm still going to review are the only 2 kits that have done this format. First, we gotta talk about this dress. Oh my god! This is one of my favorite dresses in the game now. It is so beautiful, and look at all the swatches. Yeah, even a couple of pattern ones. I know you can basically call this the Bella Goth kit, but no way am I using this dress on one sim. My creative sim bias is showing again, but the clothes definitely make this kit for me. Interesting how with this athletic outfit, you have some swatches with a transparent mesh at the bottom, and then some that are shorter and expose the legs more, which changes the style up between swatches more substantially than what you would normally get in a single item. Normally, they'd be two separate items, so I'm really glad they combined them all into one. I love this robe, but I just find it funny how, like, compared to the base game underwear, it's like making her arms more spread out. It just changes her stance entirely compared to other clothing. I've seen that happen before, though. These boots look pretty fashionable. I think I will use them quite a bit. I especially love the little zippers on the back of them. It's a nice detail. I also really like this halter top. It has a nice assortment of swatches and patterns, and I love the jewel near the top of it. It has a nice amount of detail, and I think it can be good for multiple occasions, whether it's for everyday or formal or hot weather wear or party wear. The build mode's not really much my style, but definitely fitting for Bella Goth. And there is a bookcase door, so that's kind of interesting. Though it is too bad that the normal bookshelf that's meant to match with it doesn't quite match up 100% with it. The regular bookshelf sticks out a bit more, but the bookcase door goes more into the wall.
Una proud. Ha Dreffen Abo.
If you don't already have vintage glamour stuff or the modern Lux kit, there is one new gameplay item for you, which is the vanity table. It has many of the options you would expect from a mirror, but you can also apply makeup without having to go into Creative Sim. There's just a whole bunch of base game options, so it's not everything in the catalog if you do have other DLC that comes with makeup, but it's kind of a cool little storytelling thing.
Naba. Huh.
There's also one minor gameplay item, the tea tray, which is much like the one we already have with my wedding stories, but it does come with Shadowberry tea, which is a tea that we don't have, but it gives you a +2 confident moodlet called Radiant Mystique. It also makes it snow inside your house. No, that's just a glitch that's still not fixed. Overall, I'd say this kit is pretty alright. I love some of the creative sim. The build buy is okay, but it's a nice touch that they added a new type of tea in the bookcase store. It's kind of cool that we have a different one to that finally. 439, Casanova Cave Kit. Much like Secret Sanctuary, this is a hybrid of Creative Sim and Build Buy. But this one is themed around everyone's favorite Casanova, Don Lothario. While I very rarely use styled looks, it's interesting to see how many came with this kit, and they are targeted at different outfit categories. I like the robe that's available for sleepwear. Like, yeah, that's very Don Lothario coded, even with the woohoo hearts on the shorts. I really like that one. At release, this vest had an undershirt that did not properly tuck into the pants, but a few patches back, they did fix that, so that's good. This open button shirt is definitely Don Lothario coded as well. I guess we already have some that look kind of like this, but I do like the swatches and the patterns. One of my favorite items in this whole kit, though, is this sleeveless hoodie. It does feel a little more unique compared to other stuff that we already have. And I love that that red swatch has sweat stains on it. I'm actually a little perplexed that they didn't do that for more swatches. It's just that one. So if you want to wear that sleeveless top and have sweat showing through, you gotta go red. Another highlight for me are the new shoes. We have a pair of runners and some boots, and I've already started using the runners on Sims, so I think that will get a decent amount of use in the future. We have a new chain necklace as well as a bracelet and watch combo. I do like this bracelet and watch combo. I don't think we have a specific combo like that in the game already. And moving on to build mode, these picture frames are kind of interesting. Just looking at what all the pictures are. You have like Dawn with the Calientes. There's one of Nancy land grab, and just kind of like traveling around different worlds, like Tartosa, San Myshuno, Sulani. It's just kind of neat. Oh yeah, the picture on the right with the UFO and San Myshuno. Some interesting wall art too, like a couple that feature cars, my most want feature, and a map of Oasis Springs, some other ones. Yeah, even this video game controller labeling all the buttons on it. In general, this kit provides you with the means to make your own man cave, complete with mini fridge, bar, playing card table, couch, some other stuff. But the most impressive item for sure has to be the big screen TV. There's even a matching wall unit that has backlit shelving. It's really nice. And it's good that the shelves are not fused to the TV like an object. You can just easily place them right beside it. So you have a very just like complete looking entertainment room. I gotta find some builds on the gallery that use this TV and wall unit setup, because this is just the pre-built room that comes with the kit. I can only imagine gallery creators have done even cooler stuff with it. And that wraps up my review on the first 3 January 2025 kits. So out of the 3, Comfy Gamer is my favorite one for sure. Secret Sanctuary, Casanova Cave, I can't decide which of those 2 I like more. I think I like them equally, but neither of them are bad. So that's actually kind of impressive considering all of these came out at the same time. You'd think at least one of these would be super rushed, but yeah, they're actually not bad. I kind of feel like this year the kits have stepped up in quality. They're still not to the point where I can easily just recommend any of them for $5 US, but there's still some interesting things going on, and you could definitely get worse kits for your money. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on these 3 kits in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.